Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Typically, we would be having this conversation at my dining room table. However, due to time restraints and stuff going crazy at the house, we're going to be doing it this way. So today I want to talk about two really big key issues that as a collector you need to have in your collection. I'm not talking about books that you need to get to be ahead of the curve or to flip or anything like that. But as a comic book fan, your collection needs to have these books. Now, due to MCU spec and everything that is revolving around Marvel Comics as a whole, I'm going to go ahead and tackle the first book to get it out of the way. Between the two of them, this book has the most potential to grow financially just because of MCU. And we're going to go ahead and get that knocked out first. So first off, we're going to talk about Vengeance #1. Now, with Vengeance, that was a 6-issue limited run. Now, why it's important is it sets up America Chavez, who becomes a female Captain America. Well, the reason I'm talking about it has nothing to do with that character at all, but it is a cool footnote that we have a key issue out of that. Now, the reason I'm talking about it is because of the cover. On Vengeance 1 through 6, they're all done by Gabriel Del Otto, who is an amazing modern artist. He has some of the best covers that have been done for the modern era. Well, he had on Vengeance #1, it's a cover of Magneto. Number 2 has Bullseye. Number 3 has Doctor Doom. Number 4 Loki. 5 is Red Skull, and number 6 is Doctor Doom. Now, me personally, number 1 Magneto and number 5 Red Skull are my favorites out of that series. That Red Skull is such a beautiful book. Now, the reason I'm talking about this is the Magneto. With Valor Comic Services, we had to work on a book for a client, and one of them ended up being Vengeance #1. Now, I had always been aware of this book. I knew it was a key due to America Chavez, but I always overlooked it. It was a book that I'll just come back and get later. It wasn't high on my want list or necessity or anything like that. However, whenever I had it in my hand and I actually looked at how beautiful the cover of that book was, it changed everything. I was texting friends saying, hey guys, you need to have this book. If you haven't gotten to check it out, you'll see pictures of it. I'm showing you right now. It's beautiful, but until you see it in person, words don't do it justice. So with this issue, you have several key components working for you, as well as this beautiful, beautiful classic cover. So one of my rules, I try not to get too big onto certain books just for a cover. A lot of times I feel like you can get absolute or omnibus versions just because if you're buying it for a cover, then you're buying it for art. Therefore, you collect what you want to collect. But with me, I just prefer to have key books as opposed to classic covers. As of right now, that book has gone down quite a bit from when I was looking into getting my copy a few weeks ago. Right now, you can get raw copies for under $400. Then you can start getting your graded copies. Your graded copies are going to be a little bit different. Right now, there's a 9.2 on eBay for $350. If I was looking for a copy for myself, that would be the copy that I would get. You can get 9.6s for around $500, and right now 9.8s go between 11 to 14. It just depends on the hour, honestly. But I will talk real quick on raw versus graded. With that book in particular, because the cover is so intricate, you have to look into a few factors. So on the first part, the background of Magneto is solid white. So any kind of bends or creases, it's really going to hide in that. You're not going to have not going to be too visible for you to spot that. As well as the underneath it is all solid black, so it's more susceptible to smudges. If it does have any kind of color breaks, you're going to see that. If you are interested in getting your comics graded, that would be a book that I would highly advise go ahead and secure graded before getting a raw copy. I know one of the people that I've reached out and said, hey, go ahead and pick you up one. They rolled the dice on a raw copy and it totally bit them in the butt. The second book that I need to talk about is a copy of this book right here. I have it with me. Batman 386. So with Batman 386, you have the origin and the first appearance of Black Mask. Why this book is important? Well, Black Mask is a pretty big character for Batman's Rogues Gallery. He was a villain in Arkham Origins. He was also a villain for Birds of Prey. If you're a fan of Red Hood even, Black Mask is huge in the Red Hood story. Well, with that origin story, it's amazing. When I was working on the book for our client, I was able to actually sit down and read it and appreciate that book. It's so good. The story, the artwork, the cover, everything goes together. And especially with that cover, it also has nods to Creature of the Black Lagoon. Before a fan in me gets all excited about that, higher grades are way easier to get. So you can get 9.2s. A 9.6 right now is around $200. Just go on mycomicshop.com. They have a graded 9.8 copy for $389. I currently have a 9.6 that's in the process of getting reslabbed to try to potentially grab a 9.8. The prices of graded comic books continuously going how they're going. A 9.8 for $389 is a super good deal. That book could swing for whatever reason and be $1,200 tomorrow. That's going to be it for today, guys. I appreciate you taking the time to watch this. Leave me some feedback and let me know what you think, if you agree or disagree on books that I'm recommending. What are some books that you're interested in? Until next time, guys, stay safe.